Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 2. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. So, we have one comment from last week's video from Kid the King. Hey, boo. She says, you might not call me a fibber, but I sure will, period, 100%. I have tiny breasts, so I get something called papillomas. I have had 7 of them removed, all but benign. Thank you, Jesus. And they will not tell you anything, just schedule an appointment. The doctor needs to talk to you. It is so scary. I have to get mammograms and ultrasounds every year. I really hate it when people play around with cancer like that. I have lost so many loved ones to cancer, and it's terrible to watch them go through it. Well, we're just going to keep on praying for you, and hopefully that everything continues to be benign. But I was like, yes, I didn't think that they would be like, hey, Miss Orton, this is Dr. Jenkins' office. I was going to let you know that it looks like that you might have cancer. I don't think that the doctor would ever say you might have. I thought it would have been more a line of that. Okay, there was some things we've seen in your test. We need you to come in. That would seem like a more thing instead of being flat out and telling you type of situation. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Thank you, Kid the King, hey boo, for the comment. Yeah, I just didn't think that would be something they would just get on the phone and be like, hey, it looks like you have this, you might have that. That would seem like a more of, you go to the doctor about one thing, they find something, they send you to a specialist, and the specialist like, hey, I was sent your lab work, and we've seen some abnormalities, that's the word, in them, and we want to run some tests. That's the way it seemed like it would have happened to me. It didn't, to me, I wouldn't think that they would be calling. So I'm like, I always want to believe a person, but like, it was hard to believe to me. Still not saying that she's lying. Is it's that she likes to bend the truth a lot, and it's like, so how do I know you're not bending the truth on this? So Wendy, Candace, and the Scholar, they see the whole commotion going over there with Giselle carrying the mirror. So that's like, I wonder what's going on over there. Let's go over there and see what's going on. I'm with Karen and with Candace. The post, it was very curious, but it would have been more tactful not bringing it up like that. You don't go, but then again, this is Giselle, like, hey, cancer, no cancer, looks good on you. Look at, hey, cancer, no cancer. It's like, really? This is what we're doing? But Giselle is always putting her nose in situations where she don't need to be in, and she's very tactless with a lot of things. That's the word I'm looking for. Y'all, Katie showed up. I was happy to see Katie, because Katie is a hoot, because she was not gonna flat out tell you A, B, C, and D is like, so he's not doing that? You don't think he's really that way? Because it's looking like he's that way. Katie, she done showed up, and she got doggone, her hair was cut down to almost a fade. She got green contacts in. She over there rubbing Bray's head, squeezing his booty, and I'm like, hold up now, Katie. I liked you, but we got on Michael about groping on people and grabbing their butt unwarranted. We gonna tell you the same thing. Just because you a woman don't mean you can be out here grabbing on people's booty. We told Michael not to do that, and I'm gonna tell you not to do that. It's good to have you back, but we not gonna have you back if you are doing this. And I think Giselle was kind of happy, because Giselle and Karen kind of got this love-hate relationship going on. And since last year when Ray said that he kind of got a crush on Katie, it was like Giselle sent Katie over there to Ray, and Katie, Katie is Katie, so ain't no telling what she gonna do. And we found out what she did was rub on his head and grab on his booty. Y'all, Giselle's hair is giving me 2002 hair color that a lot of the early 20s white women used to rock. like 2002, because I used to go to the beauty school to get my hair straightened because it was like $10, and it was like right next to the apartment that me and my mama lived in. So I was like, pay $40-$50 going to the salon or go to the beauty college. I'm going to the beauty college and get this done for what, $10-$11. Get my hair washed, blow dried, and straightened for like $10-$11. So that's what I did, and a lot of them were getting that block cut off as like blonde and black, or it was mainly like blonde and black, then blonde and black. And that's what Giselle got going on in this wig. And I was like, Giselle, this is your 7th season and you still are going around with these wigs. And I just don't know why. I don't know why at all. Candace's sister is staying with she and Chris while she gets her house bill. So this is like the generational wealth that I want to have for me and my family, because sister was living in an apartment and they was like, the parents, the mom and stepdaddy was like, girl, we gonna buy you, we gonna build you a house. We not just gonna buy one, we gonna build you a house. So while her house was getting built, she was staying with Candace and Chris. But Candace got a lot on her plate. She's a musical artist. She's been acting. She's in school. She's on the show. She's trying to freeze her eggs for her future date that she can have kids. And on top of that, now she and Chris, they are on different schedules because she's in the studio all the time and he's at the new restaurant, to where, like, depending on if there's like a banquet going on or a wedding or a birthday party, since he's like, I think he's like head chef or head manager or something like that, he has to stay out later than what he used to have to stay out. And they're not spending a lot of quality time together. So it's like, she missed her man. And like, she missed the cuddling of all the things. I just want you to, y'all gonna spend some time with me. But like, with their schedules, it's becoming hard for them. Now, y'all, I was trying to pay attention to, I'm just like ahead and nothing else. I was trying to pay attention to, this conversation that Ashley and her friend from a mommy group were having. But my focus was on baby Dylan and him with this fork in his hand as he's banging his plate. I'm like, Ashley, why does this baby have this fork in his hand? Because you focusing on the conversation with your friend Deborah, I think it was, and he would have messed around and poked his eye out because he's doggone banging this doggone fork on this plate. It's like when they was over at Uncle Lump's house and baby Dean was just running around. I'm like, all the equipment they got there, he would have tripped and fell and hurt himself. Now doggone it, baby Dylan is banging this fork on the plate and y'all just sitting around going on about y'all conversation like nothing's even happened. And on top of that, y'all place, I can see why you want a house. Because this is not conducive for children. Y'all got doggone glass tables, one doggone wrong toy thrown, that glass is broken right there. The kids ain't really got nowhere to run around to. And it's looking like Michael never really wanted to have any more kids, but like here he is now. And like, just because we got these kids don't mean that we need to change our living situation. But like, these kids need to be outside somewhere. Yes, y'all in this condo and y'all don't have to worry about cutting your grass and all these things. But like, these kids running around this house ain't the business. So Robin confronts Giselle about running her mouth, telling Ashley how Robin's name is the only one on the house. Now Robin does clarify that the reason why Juan's name is not on the house is because their mortgage, the reason why his name is not on the mortgage is because their interest rate would have been higher, because Juan's credit is still messed up from when their house went into foreclosure. Now what I'm assuming happened was the house that they had that went into foreclosure, Juan's name was the only one on that house. So he was stuck with, that messing up his credit. And I'm assuming that they lost his house and it went into foreclosure is because Robin lost their money. So now it's like her credit is completely fine. So now she can get this house. It's their house. It's just that his name is not on it because his credit is messed up. Now this is when the focus of Chris became almost the rest of this episode. Robin tells Giselle that Ashley told her that Chris slid into her DMs. Giselle was like, well, Chris slid into my DMs too, but it was innocent. Then she goes on to say that Chris wants to talk to her after the reunion. And she said she thought that her glam squad was going to be in her room. And they weren't. He didn't do anything appropriate. He was just talking about Candace. And as far as the Ashley situation, he commented on a post, which, for granted, that people gonna take that the wrong way anyways. But it's not like he's leading to her DM. It's like she posted something, he commented on the post. But the way they're trying to play, we're gonna get to that in a minute. Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute because I have a lot to say about that. Y'all, Mia, her friend Jacqueline, and G meet up. And I was feeling some type of way when Jacqueline rolled it up and Mia was like, oh, was that my shirt? She was like, no, I could get my own clothes. It was almost like she was trying to play her like, girl, you can't even afford your own clothes. You own my show. They've been friends since they was 15 years old. And another thing that weirded me out is that Jacqueline was sitting next to G while they out for dinner. And I was like, that's odd, but okay. And she's referring to Jacqueline being G's other wife. It's just that they don't sleep together. And I was like, okay. But Mia is confused as why the ladies are talking about the post that she had made. But I'm like, I don't know why you're confused, because you made this post and you know that it's gonna get around to the ladies and they're gonna be wondering like, that's odd, you made this post about you possibly having the big C. I know I'm wanting to say that she wasn't doing it for attention, because like it's not something I would do. I would never, like, if they think that, I'm not gonna jump on her and say they think I could possibly have. No, I guess I don't be putting my life out there anyway. I'm rarely on school. I get on social media and I just be scrolling, but like I wouldn't posted anything in a good long while. It's just that you made this post and you didn't think the people on this show was gonna see it and not talk about it. Did you really think that was gonna happen? Okay. So Ashley and Candace, they are, now that she is leaving Michael, it seems like they can be the friends that they always should have been. And Candace, she admits, she's like, I always thought that Ashley was a cool, fun girl. It was that doggone booty grabbing husband of hers that I did not care for. So Ashley tells Candace that Chris was trying to slide into her DMs. Again, he commented on your post, but okay. Candace was calm, cool, and collected. She didn't get out of pocket. She realizes that Ashley doesn't know that Chris has a new job and he's trying to bring in new, cool people to the restaurant. But on the off chance that Chris was cheating, I would want you to tell me, just like I told you, that doggone Michael was out here getting caught cheating. So what I'm guessing happened is Ashley and her friend, they was out partying, doing whatever, and they made a post, and Chris was like, hey, y'all over at that restaurant and y'all over there partying over there, y'all could be coming over here to this place and having a good time. Not like I want to get with you type of thing. It's like, y'all can be over here, y'all be seeing over here, and more people want to come because you on a popular show and people are going to come to a place there where you be it, and they could possibly be put on TV because they there too. Giselle goes to tell Candace that Chris made her feel uncomfortable at the reunion. And this is when I was like, I never want to tell a person how they should and shouldn't feel about a situation. If you feel uncomfortable, I'm going to believe you feel uncomfortable. But the way Giselle is explaining things, something ain't sitting right with me. I'm not fully believing her, because She says, Chris wanted to talk. We went back to my room. And my hairstylist, Kyle, was like, that's messed up because he know that I wasn't going to be in your room. And he said goodbye to me. That's messed up for him to do. But it's like, Chris been around you all this time. And like, it's nothing for him to just go to your room. Hey, wop, boop, bop, boop, bop, bam. Without it being any problems. Even though Chris did not hit on her, he did not touch her, he somehow made her feel uncomfortable. Now, this is where my issue comes in, because Candace is like, now hold up now. Chris looks at y'all as sisters. This man didn't pour you drinks. This man didn't cook you food. But now you trying to say that my husband made you feel uncomfortable, and you can't even remember exactly what was said to make you feel uncomfortable. This is what we not gonna do. And I am completely in agreement with Candace, because you can't come and tell me something, my husband made you feel this way, but you can't doggone it articulate, you cannot remember exactly what was said. My husband, because he wouldn't do this, he did not rub on you. He did not be like, hey, man, you should be there. He didn't do any of these things. What exactly did he do to make you feel uncomfortable? Was it that there was nobody else in the room? Because you be meeting there with wine all the time. Or have we forgotten? I'm pretty sure it's been plenty of times that you and Juan have met up when there was no cameras rolling and was just the two of y'all. Was you uncomfortable then? Candace was like, you know what? I'm not going to talk on camera. I need to talk to our producers. Because what you're not going to do is make it seem like my husband's out here doing wrong. My husband ain't Michael Darby. He ain't out here grabbing people's booty. That's when you feel uncomfortable. When you've been groped unwarranted. You're not going to sit here and go up, down, left, and right about how uncomfortable you was feeling. Why, if you were so uncomfortable, how is it that you waited until now while we on camera to say something? How come you couldn't do this when we was over, the few weeks we was on our off season? He made you feel so uncomfortable, but you can't remember exactly what it was. He wasn't winking at you. He wasn't thrusting at you. He did not rub you. He did not even touch you. He didn't make any suggestions towards you. So I want to know what was it that made you feel uncomfortable? Y'all, this is not sitting right with me, because they trying to make it seem like Chris is just out here. Now, one, that would be so stupid, because y'all know how these ladies on this show talk, for him to be like, I'm going to try to slide in her DM. I'm going to see what she want to do. Because she tried to make it seem like married men try to get with me all the time. And I'm thinking he was trying to see if I would take the bait. I don't want to say that what you're feeling is wrong, but the way you're describing it, I'm going to say that you're wrong. Now, y'all going to have to come for me on that one. That's just it. Nothing she is saying indicates that this man was trying to get with her. I want to know, because she can't even remember what was said or what was happening that made her feel uncomfortable. This is why I'm like, is this your plot this season to make it seem like Chris is this man that's out here potentially cheating on Candace? Because we know Giselle hasn't had the doggone storyline since every Hugh was out here. Y'all, this not sitting right with me. And I know I can't be the only one like, now hold up now. You saying you feeling all this uncomfortable, but you don't know exactly what it was that he said because you can't remember. Now, I don't have the best memory out here, but if something made me feel uncomfortable, I'm pretty sure I'm going to remember exactly what that was. So, y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, for $99. Make sure your notifications are on so it might be on Facebook my video. You can click on it, you can like it, and share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.